Hey there, everyone! Today, we're going to discuss a subject that may be close to the hearts of some of you: why INFJs don't have friends. Now, before we get started, let's clarify one thing. Just because INFJs may struggle to make friends doesn't mean they're not awesome people. In fact, they're some of the most amazing personalities out there. So, why is it that INFJs find it hard to make friends? Let's find out. Body confrontation. First off, let's get into what INFJ stands for. According to the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI, INFJ is a personality type. It stands for introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. Now, what does that mean? Well, INFJs are introverts who rely heavily on their intuition and emotions to navigate the world. They're also very organized and prefer structure in their lives. This makes them great at things like counseling and writing, but it can also make it hard for them to find friends. INFJs are very selective about who they allow into their lives. INFJs are known for being quite discerning when it comes to who they let into their inner circle. They're not the type to have dozens of acquaintances. They prefer to have a few deep, meaningful friendships. And that means they're not just going to be friends with anyone who crosses their path. INFJs are far too intense for the majority of people. Let's face it, INFJs are a lot. They're passionate, emotional, and deeply empathetic, and that can be intimidating to some people. It's not that they're trying to scare anyone off, they just have a lot of feelings, okay? INFJ aspires to have profound connections with others and believes in the potential of genuine connection. The difficulty is that most people don't want to be as connected. And as a result, it could be more difficult for them to find companions who truly understand them. INFJs prefer to live very privately. INFJs are notoriously private people. They don't share their innermost thoughts and feelings with just anyone. They need to feel like they can trust someone completely before they open up to them. And that can take time. Most INFJs acknowledge that their aversion to social situations stops them from making new acquaintances. INFJs don't have as many opportunities to practice their social abilities because they dislike social interactions. This leads to a lack of social skills, making it more difficult for the INFJ to establish new friends. They're not much into socializing. This one might seem obvious, but it's worth mentioning. INFJs are introverts, which means they recharge their batteries by spending time alone. That doesn't mean they don't enjoy socializing, it just means they need plenty of alone time to balance it out. They have a high level of autonomy and independence. INFJs value their independence and autonomy. They don't like feeling dependent on anyone else. That can make it difficult to form close friendships, as they hesitate to rely on others for emotional support. INFJs are known for being independent and prefer to be alone. They believe they can handle things on their own and dislike being held accountable to others. This is not to say that INFJs don't enjoy company or don't like being around people. It's true, but spending time with someone who gets them makes them the happiest. Someone who is also independent and can connect to their need for space. INFJs have high expectations. INFJs tend to hold themselves and others to high standards, and they can easily get disappointed when those expectations aren't met. This can make it tough for them to forgive and forget when they feel let down by friends, and make them hesitant to reach out to new people in the first place. They're sensitive to criticism. INFJs are known for being sensitive and empathetic, which is a great trait for connecting with others on an emotional level. However, it also means that they can be easily hurt by criticism or rejection, and might take it more personally than other personality types. They have a strong sense of intuition. INFJs have a strong sense of intuition and can pick up on subtleties in social interactions that others might miss. This can be a double-edged sword, as they might sense negative energy or insincerity from others that aren't actually there. This can make them hesitant to form friendships with people who give off negative vibes, even if they're actually nice people. INFJs can be perfectionists. INFJs have a strong sense of idealism and a desire to transform the world into a better place to live in. However, this can also make them perfectionists, and they might hold themselves and others to impossibly high standards. This can make it very hard for them to accept imperfections in themselves and in others, which can strain friendships. They don't trust easily. INFJs are highly discerning of other people's intentions, thus they don't just trust them easily. They have a keen intuition and are adept at seeing deceit, manipulation, or any further indication that someone is being untruthful with them. Hence, if you try to deceive people by putting on a false identity, they will immediately recognize it. And because INFJs place such a high importance on authenticity, they make a special effort to avoid deceitful or manipulative people. Controversy and drama are not INFJs' strong suits. INFJs don't fit into the conventional social environment, which is usually centered around talking about the current drama and gossiping about other people's lives. Individuals with this personality type also dislike conflict. Therefore, they like to associate with those with similar values and ideas. They don't want to use their energy arguing with someone who doesn't appreciate them or has different opinions from them. In reality, an INFJ has limited tolerance for drama. Therefore, if someone is consistently bringing negative energy into their lives, they stop talking to that individual after losing interest in them. Individuals are often idealized by INFJs, and reality often falls short of their expectations. INFJs are perfectionists who need everything to be just right. When people first meet someone, they frequently imagine an idealized image of that individual. But no one can live up to the INFJ's expectations since they are so lofty and impossible to meet. When INFJ finds that the people in their lives are merely human and don't live up to the idealized picture they've formed in their heads, their attitude towards the connection generally becomes sour. They frequently desire to change other people. Their desire for positive change and forward-thinking attitude are among the INFJ's best traits. Still, these wonderful traits can be harmful to their relationships. INFJs may easily see areas of improvement, and this can appear as a desire to change or fix other people. While that might work out in certain couples, it's not sustainable in the long run. INFJs are rare and frequently misunderstood by others. INFJs are the rarest of all 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. INFJs are unusual in a way that makes them frequently misunderstood by others. INFJs are complex people who spend a lot of time contemplating their surroundings. While to others, they may seem independent, self-sufficient, and confident inwardly, they are sensitive, insecure, and frequently need close relationships. They have a terrible habit of making others feel intimidated. INFJs don't do it on purpose, yet they frighten others. INFJs are high-achieving, quiet judgers who expect the most of themselves and others all the time. It can be daunting to work alongside an INFJ, which implies INFJs are less likely to establish friends at work. This bad habit also spills into the INFJ's relationships. People often try to remove themselves from INFJs when they feel inferior to them. While INFJs tend to spend a lot of time contemplating why they have a hard time keeping people around, they rarely feel it is because others find them intimidating. An INFJ typically becomes aware of this fact after hearing it from another person. Resolution conclusion. So, there you have it, folks. Reasons why INFJs might struggle with making and keeping friends. It's important to understand that everyone has their own unique personality traits and preferences when it comes to socializing, and it's okay to be different. If you're an INFJ struggling with forming connections, know that you're not alone and that there are people out there who will appreciate and understand you for who you are. But hey, let's not take your personality type too seriously. I can attest to the fact that INFJs can be a bit quirky at times. So let's take a moment to acknowledge the unique traits that make INFJs who they are. Whether it's their tendency to overthink, their love for deep conversations, or their need for alone time to recharge. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Keep being your amazing, unique selves, my fellow INFJs. We appreciate your support and feedback, and we'll see you in the next one.